Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we're really going to dive into intermittent fasting. And for so many of us, we've been getting it so wrong for so long. And so really going to look into it at depth, its benefits, how we can do it more appropriately, and quite frankly, what's the purpose of it? Why do we do it? How does it help us? And what is it doing to us internally so we can live longer and have a better, healthier lifestyle? And as entrepreneurs and executives, what is the purpose and how do we do it effectively? So before we go into that though, I'd love to make sure that you guys subscribe to this channel, like, comment below. We're sending out new videos on a weekly basis to make sure that we can get the information out to you. The more that you guys learn, the better you guys can implement this information and ultimately have it help you at the end of the day. So without further ado, let's get into intermittent fasting, how to make you an actual rock star. Now, if we take a look at it, traditionally, we all know what the benefits of intermittent fasting are. We've got changes of function of hormones, cells, and genes. It helps us become more insulin sensitive. So we facilitate higher fat burning. It improves human growth hormone, cellular repair, gene expression. It can help us lose weight, both visceral internally and externally. It can help lower the risk of type 2 diabetes, reduce oxidative stress, inflammation in the body. It can help us sleep better, benefits the heart. All of these things that are awesome. But I've come across so many entrepreneurs lately that have said, I've been trying intermittent fasting, but it gives me indigestion. I've been trying intermittent fasting, but I get grumpy and I lose energy and I can't maintain it. I've been trying intermittent fasting, and whether I've been doing the 14-10 or the 16-8 or going full days fast once or twice a month, it doesn't work for me. And what I really want to break down is how can we use this concept of intermittent fasting and apply it to something and a routine that really works well and we get these same benefits. Because everything I just listed off, from the heart health, the weight loss, the cellular metabolism, the oxidative stress reset, the inflammation dropping in the body, the type 2 diabetes resistance, the insulin resistance, all of these things that are really powerful, we want them. We want them. We want to feel more energized. We want to feel younger. We want to feel like we can do things that we haven't been able to do before. But if they're coming at the expense of your business, if they're coming at the expense of your energy, of your fulfillment, of your happiness, of your time with your family, of your meal times, what's the purpose? What's the point? Because it doesn't become sustainable. So I'm going to share my screen here with you guys because it's really important that we can take a look at what are we truly getting when we're looking at intermittent fasting and how does that ultimately parlay into a sustainable routine. So what we typically have here is in a traditional model of intermittent fasting, so just a little IF here, we have a couple options. We have a 8-hour eating window, so we'll call that EW, and a 16-hour fast. This is probably the most common. We have, for starting, we have a 10-hour eating window with a 14-hour fast. And then we have a 24-hour fast, typically anywhere from 1 to 4 times per month. Let's just go with those 3 right now, okay? So for most people, this is gonna be where they start. And what they end up doing is they go, okay, I'm gonna eat at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and because I'm eating at 8 p.m., that means that I need to fast all through the night. And if I'm going for 16 hours, that means that I can't eat again until 12 noon. Well, for the majority of us entrepreneurs, we're waking up probably at 5:30, 6 a.m. We're getting a workout in, we're taking care of the kids, we're getting to work, getting some form of work done, and before you know it, we are exhausted, okay? We're exhausted, we're starving, even before noon. And then what happens is we never block this off for lunch because we need to make sure we're getting our fast done. We never block this off for lunch, And so typically we're extending this maybe till even 1 or 2 p.m. And then we're now starving, and so we eat the farm, we eat the house, and all of a sudden at 8 p.m. we're like, oh God, now I have to stop eating, and we're eating before that 3-hour window of when we should be going to bed. And if you look at that 3-2-1 rule that I did on sleep, we know that stopping eating 3 hours before bed is crucial. So this is why for entrepreneurs, this intermittent fasting is not great, because people who intermittent fast really successfully have really, really regimented windows, that's what they prioritize. But for us as entrepreneurs, it's a little bit more touch and go. It's, you have to go and take care of a fire that's there. You have to look after your clientele, or you have to look after your team in some way. And so how we can build this and still get the benefits of intermittent fasting is just put the priorities on something a little bit different. So hear me out on this. So if we take a look and we say, all right, I want to go to bed every night at 11 p.m. and I want to rise at 6 a.m. That's a full 7 hours of sleep every single night. That is a great night's sleep. And this is our wake window. Okay, this is the time that we are awake. Okay, if we take a look at that, that ends up being a full 17 hours. Okay, pretty solid day. Now, if we build this out and we look at this, we need to stop eating 3 hours before we go to bed. So that means, just like we had on that previous one, 8 p.m. becomes that eating window, okay? Closes. Nothing after 8 p.m. If we now look at it, we wake up at 6 a.m., we have our workout set, whatever it is we're doing, we're getting our water in first thing in the morning, which theoretically is breaking your fast. We're getting maybe BCAAs in, if that was something that you know you needed from your DNA test that enhances that energy as you go. We know we've gotten some type of workout in, we've gotten some light of sunlight exposure. We can now time it so that we have our breakfast with our family. Maybe it's around 7:30, or maybe it's something on the way to work. Maybe it's a smoothie, something that, again, breaking the fast. But all of a sudden, just by building this in and allowing us to have a solid eating window now of 12 hours, we've given ourselves a 12-12 fasting window. And that entire window here, guys, that entire window of 12 hours of fasting will elicit the same responses that we get in a 14 and a 16-hour fasting window, as long as we are not overeating at mealtime. Which is why from our nutritional rules that we talk about, it's a 3-2-1. We have 3 meals a day. We have 2 snacks a day that consist of only fruit. We have 1 big salad a day. And that big salad is one of those meals. And this is the big one. This is the stickler. 0 portion sizes over 1. So that means that when we are eating, we take our hand with us everywhere. 1 serving of fats is our thumb. 1 serving of vegetables is our fist. 1 serving of protein is the palm of our hand. And 1 serving of carbohydrates is a cupped hand. Every single meal, they become very small now. And all of a sudden, our body does not come bogged down by food. It doesn't become insulin resistant. It doesn't become bogged down by digestion. It doesn't continually pack on weight. It doesn't continually have us have cellular change. And because we're stopping eating 3 hours before bed, it doesn't affect our sleep. And it acts very similarly to that fasting window that we spoke about before. So we can still get the benefits of intermittent fasting as entrepreneurs without utilizing that traditional 8-16, 10-14, or full 24-hour fast. Because when we build it into our routine and we're able to say, this is when I can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this keeps me fueled throughout the day because that's when I'm doing things. And when I'm not doing things, I'm not eating. and it's enhancing my sleep still. It's still allowing me to get up. It's still allowing me to get my routine in, and it's still giving us the benefits that intermittent fasting give us at the end of the day, which is what we're really only doing it for. If we're not doing intermittent fasting for anything other than weight loss, cancer prevention, longevity, better sleeps, brain benefits, decrease of inflammation, more insulin resistance, any of these items, then we're wasting our time. And this is where everything comes to true fruition, that we can now change the system and make it work for us. And again, going back to your checks and balances, how do you know if it's working for you? Get your DNA test, figure out what your meals should consist of. Get your blood test, understand what you should be supplementing. Make sure you look at your HRV on a day-to-day basis so that you can understand whether intermittent fasting is benefiting you or whether it's adding another stress to your life. This isn't something that should be added in when you're moving, you're starting a new job, you're in the midst of a big portion of your business when it's a big push, when there's a big change in your family. Remember, HRV, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional stress. We want to try and minimize this. And so if this is an added stress on your body, which we'll be able to tell through HRV, maybe we should back off it for the moment. So with that, guys, comment, like below. Let me know what questions you have, how you'd like me to dive in a little bit deeper, how I can make this a little bit more clear, how I can outline how you can use this in a really powerful way without starving yourself, without going through these highs and lows, these peaks and valleys of glucose, of cellular respiration, any other types of functions that are happening, so that you can use this to maximize your energy level on a day-to-day basis and you can truly own it. So be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, be sure to comment, share this, connect with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Go own it.